Hi, my name is Chris and I want to share my scary experience. I'm from Croatia and I live in Zagreb. One evening, my friend, let's call him Steve, and I decided to go for a walk. When we met up, we couldn't really decide where to go, so Steve suggested we meet up with our friend group. When we got there, I said hi to everyone, but after about half an hour, I started feeling kind of lonely. I was new in the group and I didn't have much to say, just laughing at jokes here and there. It was getting late and I started feeling sleepy. I checked my phone and saw it was 10:45 p.m. I turned to my friend Steve and said,
"Hey, we came out for a walk, right? Let's go walk."
We said goodbye to the group and left. Both Steve and I have always been interested in paranormal stuff, so he said,
"What if we go to the cemetery?"
I hesitated, but then agreed. From my house, the nearest cemetery is about a 15 to 20 minute walk. The one we went to was huge. When we got there, we were surprised. No security in sight. Usually there are guards patrolling to make sure nothing gets stolen or vandalized. We were a little confused, but ignored it and walked in. Immediately, I felt chills all over my body. It was summer, so I didn't understand why I felt so cold. The cemetery was actually pretty well lit, so we could see everything clearly. There were 3 paths, straight ahead, which led deeper into the cemetery, right and left, which led back to different exits. Of course, we chose to go deeper. We were walking and just chatting about random stuff, mostly girls. Then, out of nowhere, Steve said,
"Hey, I heard if you whistle in here, someone whistles back."
That made me uncomfortable, but also kind of excited. I'd never seen or heard anything paranormal in my life. So I asked,
"You think we should try it?"
He nodded. I whistled first. Nothing. Then Steve whistled. Still nothing. I laughed and said,
"This is stupid."
And we just kept walking. But about 5 minutes later, we heard it. A whistle. Faint, but definitely there, somewhere in the distance. We froze, looked at each other. Then, we decided to go check it out. We walked toward the direction it came from, going deeper and deeper into the cemetery. I don't know what we were expecting, but didn't find anything. And as soon as I was about to say something, we heard another whistle. But this one came from directly above us. About 3 meters away, there was a massive oak tree. We looked up and saw a huge, ominous shadow. It looked like a woman, not moving, just staring down at us. We both froze, staring up at whatever that was. My heart was racing, and then, suddenly, I felt dizzy. We whispered to each other in panic. Then we looked up again, and she was gone. We stood there, trying to make sense of what had just happened, and that's when we heard a meow. But it wasn't normal. It didn't even sound like a cat. It was more like a woman imitating a cat's meow. And that's when we ran. In pure panic, we sprinted in a random direction, not even knowing where we were going in the cemetery. I glanced behind me, and what I saw still haunts me. The woman was now lying on the concrete, not moving, still making that terrifying meowing sound. She was pale, skinny, and wearing a black dress. And her smile was huge, but unnatural. It was creepy as hell. I turned back around, kept my head down, and just kept running in one direction until I got out of the cemetery. And eventually, we made it out. I was in shock. I turned to Steve and said,
"I'm going home. I feel sick."
When I got home, I was still shaking, still nauseous, still scared. And to this day, I've never gone back to that cemetery, and I never will.